Hey NursePreneurs, Catie here for Business and Marketing for Nurses and being your own boss. And today I want to show you how to take that idea that you had and turn it into a business. So think about it. Have you ever sat around with a friend and talked about a great idea? And maybe this idea came out of the conversation that you were having, and it was so compelling that you began to map out what it would look like. And both of you get really excited about this potential idea, and you pinky promise that you're absolutely going to follow through with it. And maybe you even went so far as to assign each other a list of things to do. But then the next morning you wake up, and just like that, you let go of the possibility of following that great idea. And then a year or two later, you see an advertisement or a product or service that you and your friend came up with, and you think, that should have been us. I can't tell you how many times this has happened to me, and not just in business, but even in scholarship. I was ahead of the curve on nurse practitioner fellowship programs. I was into narrative medicine before it was a thing. I had an IV hydration company when it was unheard of, and I started a concierge nurse business before it even had such a name. But 3 out of 4 of those things never took off for me. Why? Because I didn't follow through with them. I wrote an article on fellowship programs, but never did anything else. Partially because I didn't know what else to do. I mean, what should have my next step have been? With IV hydration, I even bought all the supplies and had brochures, but I didn't know how to sell the product. With narrative medicine, I just didn't have a big vision for what was next. What all 3 of these things needed was some good marketing, and for me to push a few more steps further. So let me give you a vision of what could have been, what I could have done, and what you can do to realize the vision that you have with some intentional effort. Okay, first we had the fellowship programs. In 2013, I wrote an article for the Journal for Nurse Practitioners about the need for postgraduate programs. And that's it. I stopped and I waited for something to happen. What I should have, could have, would have done if I had known what to do next was to keep writing about fellowship programs in different journals, participate in different forums, have an opinion. I could have submitted abstracts to conferences. I could have published a blog, written an ebook. I could have set up social media to discuss the issue. I could have gone to programs that were already available and successful and talked to those program directors. But here's the thing, no one asked me to do those things. But if you want to set up a business or even just be seen as an expert, no one will ever ask you to do anything. You just have to do it. And the same thing in narrative medicine. In 2000, I was accumulating notes from physician offices that were just incredulous. I couldn't believe someone would write the things that they wrote in a medical record, and you cannot make this stuff up. I collected a lot of these letters over the years and thought they would make a great story. And they would have, but I had no vision for it. What I could have, should have, would have done if I had known how to become an expert at the time was create a blog with these stories. HIPAA compliant, of course, but drafted them into a book. I could have gone to conferences, asked bigger questions of how this impacts healthcare. I could have gotten research dollars to support qualitative research. I could have gone on podcasts. I could have done anything other than nothing. And finally, with IV hydration, this was a slam dunk idea, but I just didn't know what I should do first. I wasn't sure about the rules. I wasn't sure if I was allowed to do it. I thought about it for 3 years until someone else finally opened up my dream business and became an overnight success. I hear stories like this all the time, and you didn't know what to do next. This is why I started NursePreneurs. I wanted to provide a community for anyone with an idea to come and just flesh it out, get feedback on the idea, become inspired by other nurses in business, and learn what to do next. Don't let the overwhelm of next steps take over. So when you have an idea to start something, come over to our free Facebook group, NursePreneurs, and let us know about it. We can help you with those next steps, and you might even find a partner too. If this video was helpful, be sure to subscribe, share with a friend, and hit the like button so I know to make more videos like this, and I'll see you in the next one.